Well, hello and welcome everybody, our viewers from all around the world. This is Claudia here with our great host, Dr. Adrian from the United States, who's going to present you today all about Utopian Global and how to build and grow wealth, and mainly how to build generational wealth. And this is our first live in the new year. So I hope you had all an amazing Christmas and an amazing start into the new year. Yes, it's going to be exciting. I'm excited. I think we're going to have our biggest year ever. I just feel it. I feel it in my blood, in my veins. It's there. It's exciting, despite all which is really happening. And we come to this in a second, Dr. Blue, over you in your country. But things are looking great. They're looking fantastic. With Utopian Global, very soon the payout start for all those people who got involved into store, which is also great. So we really had an amazing start here in Dubai into this new year. People are excited. And they're ready to finally grasp all this concept and the importance of diversification. And Dr. Blue, you are a big teacher on really diversification, wealth diversification, gold, silver. I mean, you have been preaching and teaching this since many years. So I'm looking forward to listen to your presentation, and I can never get enough from that, and I know our audience will as well. So you guys on Facebook, on YouTube, on all those social media, you're in for a treat, because and I know you go on and you look and go in other pages and there whatnot, but please stay here and listen to the presentation, because you're really in for a treat. You're going to learn something which I believe will really help you going and moving forward in your life, not just for you, but really for also your children and for generation. That's why we always talk about generational wealth. So Dr. Blue, I'm shutting up now. The floor is yours. The stage is yours. How are you? How has the new year treated you? And of course, how are things over there in the US?
Well, first and foremost, Claudia, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your wonderful introduction. But thank you for being you. That's right. Never shut up. You never have to, because what you share is truth. You've been building and creating wealth for a good part of your life, ever since coming from where you come from. And trust me, anybody who knows your story know that if you can do it, then they can do it. For all that is possible for anyone is possible for you. And I live by that mantra. I love admiring people who are living life, or what we like to call their better life, and me recognizing what did they do to get there? How did they do it? What steps did they take? What moves did they make? And I know that because success leaves clues, if I can imitate those very steps, then I can see similar or even greater results in my own life. So Claudia, I thank you. What a wonderful teacher trainer you are, and a person who's serious about seeing people succeed. And I believe anybody who has that heart in 2021 are the people we want to be connected to. So thank you so much for that. All right, everybody who's listening in, we want to welcome you to our live gathering and meeting. We're going to be talking about some very vital things today. Many of you know we are in interesting times as it relates to our country, even as it relates to your individual experience. Interesting times because we are at a place, especially in the USA, that we've never been before, where a lot of truth is coming to the surface. But the question is, what are you going to do about it? Now, I'm of the firm persuasion, and I live by a different set of rules in this sense. I know that my inner world is what creates my outer world. Because of that, I've set my mind and my focus on creating a greater future. You heard Claudia say that she believed 2021 is going to be one of the most incredible years that anybody could have experienced. And I agree with her. You know why I agree with her? Because I believe it. So you know why I'm going to experience it? Because I believe it. Same thing with you. It's not what happens, it's how you respond to what happens. And when you can respond with the right set of information, taking the right action, then you certainly can produce the right results within your life. Because even as a man of faith, I'm a Christian, I'm a man of faith. I believe in God. I believe in the things of God. I also believe that God doesn't want us to be in poverty. I believe that God wants us to prosper. And because God wants us to prosper, the question is, well, how are we going to prosper his way? And it's one way simply that the scripture talks about when it comes to prosperity and the believer. You know what that way is? Is gold and silver. Isn't that amazing? Gold and silver. Yes, gold and silver is his money. And so my point is this, knowing that and having the right steps, the right tools, is why I'm excited about the modern way to build and create wealth. All right. Well, let's get started here, everyone. First thing I want to talk about is the gentleman right here, the brainchild, the ingenuity, the amazing intelligence behind creating this wonderful company, Mr. Bill Rao. Mr. Bill Rao.
Dr. Blue, can I interrupt you quickly? Just,
sure.
We don't see the screen. So
you don't see the
what
screen.
I see, no, just maybe click on stop screen, and then now we see it like this, and then again click on down share screen. Maybe we see it then.
All right, let's see. Boom. Is that better?
We don't see it yet.
You don't see it yet?
Stream now we see it. Perfect.
Good.
Yes,
all right. Well, that's how we do it. Yo, you gotta love it. Technology. Come on, you know what I learned? Technology is just like life. You kind of got to go with the punches, go over it, but be determined to succeed. Anybody who's given up, listen, giving up was for every year before this new decade. All right. If you didn't give up then, you shouldn't give up now. And I don't care what challenges you're facing. I know challenge in life. I've experienced it, but you know why I'm able to be on this side? Because I believe that I can overcome it. And I'm so grateful for it. So thank you, Claudia, for that truth and that going forth. God bless you, Maria. Hello to you. All right. Now let's get started. Mr. Bill Rao, who is the president and the brainchild behind this wonderful concept. You know, it has been said that if you really want to be wealthy, take an idea or a privilege that was only reserved to the extremely wealthy and making it available to every person. And this is what Mr. Bill Rao did. See, Mr. Bill Rao said, I believe that access to wealth building strategies with meaningful reward and real flexibility to secure and grow your wealth should be in reach for everyone to maximize their potential. That's his personal desire and drive. That you succeed. Now, he's already done it. We're going to talk more about him in a moment. But my point is this. He's the president and CEO of this wonderful company called Utopian Global. Real assets. Let me do it this way. Real assets. Yes. Real income. Okay. And real lifestyle. That's right. You don't have to look any further. A lot of you do a lot of things to reach that level. To have real assets, to real income, real lifestyle. And we got all that centrally focused out of this wonderful opportunity called Utopian Global. Well, let's get started. What is this Utopian Global wealth building system all about? Very simple. Gold and silver, which is real wealth. All right. Make no mistake about it. If you trace back the success and the generational wealth of every wealthy family, you're going to see that part of their foundation to protect, to grow, and to keep their wealth was always gold and silver. We got that. Number two, income producing assets. That's right, IPAs. It has been said that if you want to succeed in any way, you want to make sure that you have IPAs, income producing assets. What we love about what we're going to talk about today is gold and silver is just not, gold and silver is a appreciating asset. You add that with a business platform that becomes an income producing asset, and there's no way you're going to build and create wealth. All you have to do is stick and stay. That's right. Stick with it and stay with it, and you will see wealth a part of your life. Don't matter who laughed at you at first. I remember when I first got into gold and silver, Claudia, I had people say, well, why are you doing that? What is that all about? What is this? Now, because I remember when we first became aware of gold, I think it was like $900 an ounce. $900. Right now, today it's around $1,900, $1,800 to $1,900 an ounce. The same for silver. After I got into silver, it was around, I think, $12, $13. Now we're looking at $30. Just because I made the right decision is how I built and create wealth. And guess what, everybody? I'm happy because this wealth can be passed down to my children's children. My favorite book says it this way. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. And that inheritance got to be sustainable. Well, we also have an affiliate platform, which gives that real income. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the wealth building system, and we're going to go through it a little bit, okay? So follow along with me. Now, what are some of the challenges most people face today? Now, you know it because you see it in your own life. What are those challenges? Most of those challenges have to deal with high student debt, student loans, and those things. No savings, no assets. Most people don't even have a savings. If they needed to put their hand on, let's just say $500 within a week, most people could not because they get paid less than that, and it becomes difficult. Or they're living from paycheck to paycheck. That if anything happened, any sickness, any civil unrest, that sounds familiar. That's kind of where we kind of at right now, right? In America, a little civil unrest, especially from yesterday. These things will stop most people from succeeding because they're living according to these challenges. Well, to every challenge, there got to be solutions. Well, another challenge is no jobs. Don't you not understand that in America, I know this is all around the world, but in America, there is a lot of people who sit around waiting for a stimulus check from the government that can't even pay, for most people, 1 month rent. Now think about that. You're waiting for somebody to give you something that won't meet the need in the first place. You know, I like to teach people, if it's not enough to meet the need, it must be the seed. What seed? It must be the seed that you used to use to plant, to grow a harvest that will better your future. That's what's exciting, and that's what's possible for any and every person if you're willing to move forward in these ways. So we're going to go even further inside of this, but I mean this. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, here's the reality. The ruling paradigm is to work 40 years to retire on 1/3 of what wasn't even enough to keep you during those 40 years. That's the ruling paradigm. When you say paradigm, a paradigm is a way of thinking. It's a way of thought process. That's the ruling paradigm. But what I'm going to say to you here, and I mean this when I say it, make no mistake about it, we have to change the way we look at things, that the things we look at change. We got to see something different. We got to move in a different way. Because if you don't move in a different way today, you are bound to repeat what was yesterday. And what was yesterday? A challenge, a travesty, and difficulty. Well, what about my pension, you might say? In 1950, there was about 16.5 workers paying into the Social Security system per retiree. Today, there's only, watch this, 2.9 workers per retiree, and this amount is expected to change or drop 2 workers per retiree during 2013. This shows us that Social Security, that a lot of people rely upon, that a lot of people feel that they need and they should be a part of, Social Security is on its way out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Matter of fact, I dare to even say it's gone. It's gone. There's no way it's sustainable. And when you know that there's no way it's sustainable, you ask yourself the question, well, how can I get to that place of sustainability? Because who is going to fund your retirement when you retire? Have you thought about that yet? Now, I got gray hair on my head and in my head and on my face like never before. I'm going closer to the sunset of my life than the sunrise. And my constant thought process is, what am I going to leave my family by way of legacy? That's why I work so hard. And when I say hard, I mean smart, really, not really hard, but smart. Because I've learned from some very wealthy individuals how to operate in a way that I don't have to be penalized by negative saving interest rates. I don't have to be go to the place the traditional way of saving where money just doesn't work anymore. I mean, let me show you this example right here to give you some clarity here. Monthly income generated at a 5% return, $50 required, $12,000 is required to be deposited in the bank just to give you a 5% return of $50. That's money that's sitting there. Well, as we go even further, let's say you want a monthly generated income, a 5% return for $625. Well, how much you got to have in the bank for that? $150,000 in the bank that they're doing whatever they're doing with it, generally planning the stock market, loaning out, getting in, and they're paying you an interest rate that is miserable. It's poor. But yet and still, this is the reality of most people because this is the only thing that they can operate by. Are you following what I'm saying here? Well, it doesn't stop because let's say you want $10,000 a month. I think that's good. $10,000 a month can change a lot of things for a lot of people. Well, if you want $10,000 a month at today's interest rates, what must you have inside of the bank? $2.4 million. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there's no way, and I'm going to be very honest with you, there is no way I'm going to keep $2.4 million in the bank just sitting there just to get $10,000 a month. You might say, well, that's a lot of money. No, it's not. Change it, stretch yourself now, because that same $2.4 million, if you put it inside of certain vehicles, it can then multiply, giving you even greater return than 5%, upwards of 10, maybe 12%, depending on what everything is going. The key focus is, and I love what people like Jim Rickards have said, I love what people like Robert Kiyosaki have said, it's important to get out of the dollar. Get your money out of the dollar. See, leaving that in the bank is keeping your money inside of the dollar. And the problem with putting that inside of the dollar is, guess what? Other people are using your money, but you not. Then they're going to turn around and pay you a negative interest rate as a result. Well, let's look at the U.S. 1% bank deposit requirement. All right, 60,000, 750, 12. And this is if you get 1%, not the 5% that you see here to the left. So if you get 1% instead of 5%, you got to have 60,000 in the bank for that. Look at this. If I want $10,000 at 1%, I got to have 12 million in the bank. All the while they're happy, but you're not, because again, who can live like that? They build wealth. See, your currency is working against you. And this is what most people, they don't get. People mindset, and I speak to a lot of people about wealth. Kind of what I do is I feel like it's my call, my mission in life, to teach people how to build and create a better life. And the one thing that I hear people talking about when they do talk is they say, well, you know what? If I just want $1 million in a bank. And when I tell them, no, you don't. What you want is you want $1 million worth of assets, not in the bank. It's for being a cash millionaire and a asset millionaire. What do you think is more sustainable? Asset millionaire, not a cash millionaire. Because if you have $1 million in the bank and you spend $1 on your favorite drink, whatever that drink may be, it may be something like Starbucks or something like that. $1 spent, you're no longer a millionaire. But you have millions of dollars in assets. And then no matter what happens, you'll always be able to move or liquidate those assets in that way. That's what's so exciting. Well, again, what will $100 be worth in the coming years? Okay, it is projected that your income and savings will buy 50% less than it does in 2030 than it does today. That means even if you have $1 million in the bank, that $1 million is only worth $500,000 by the year 2030. Why? Because when it comes to currency, every 10 years, currency loses half of its purchasing power. Now, why am I taking so much time to talk about this? Because if you don't understand that, your mindset will be, let me get all I can get, without understanding you got to put those dollars at work, in action, for you to really have true wealth that is not based on the system. So why not work for something that stores value over time? And let's look at what stores value over time. Can we talk about that for a moment here? Let me share with you what stores value over time. Gold has held its value for thousands of years. And what matters is not the price, but the buying power or the purchasing power. For instance, in my hand is 1 ounce of gold. Okay, as you can see here in this example. In Romans times, 1 ounce of gold can buy you a good toga, which was the robe that they wore during those times, the Bible days, or a pair of sandals for that same 1 ounce of gold. When we fast forward to 100 years from then, that same 1 ounce of gold can buy a fine suit and a pair of shoes. So even within 100 years, that 1 ounce of gold still purchases the same amount of goods or services that it did so far ago. Well, when we move to today, watch this. In present time, that same 1 ounce of gold that you see here can buy a fine suit and a pair of shoes, a dress, accessories, whatever you choose. Why? Because 1 ounce of gold today is pushing upwards of $1,900. I don't know about you, but $1,900 can get you a very nice wardrobe. Even if it's just an outfit, and depending on where you shop, it can be a few outfits. But guess what? If you save that same, let's say $1,900, or that same 100 years ago, 1 ounce of gold was worth $20. That's the cost of it. Now you tell me what you can buy for $20 today. You know, I know it don't look like it because I got hair, right? I want to go get a haircut. I get my size, shaved down. And I like to, sometimes get stuff taken out top. And when I do all that, now not much. The barber ain't doing a whole lot. After I get finished at the chair, you know what he tells me? That'll be $30. I said, $30? I remember the haircut was $10. So again, if just my hair to get it cut and kept, it's only it's $30 just for a haircut. What is $20 going to get you? So if I would have saved $20, if my forefathers and my family would have put $20 aside for me way back then today, it would have lost value over time versus them having it in gold. Now, this is what I love. And I really love this example because this is a powerful example. And I want you to hear, I want you to see this. I want you to recognize this, okay? But look at this here, and please watch this. The United States average home in 1971 cost $25,000. In 2020, that same home, same size home, will run you about $280,000. Now, when you compare that into gold, 1971, 720 ounces of gold can buy you that house in 1971. Well, with the dollar losing its value as it is, and gold and silver rising in value, and by the way, I'm a man of faith, so I tell you, this is God's money. Trust me when I tell you, the more difficult everything gets around you, the economy gets crashed, those who have God's money are going to be secure. I'm telling you like it is. Why? Because you have something that's going to maintain its purchasing power that you control versus leaving it up to the central banks or so on and so forth. That's what's so important, because this same gold here can buy that house for 143 of these. Now put that in perspective for a moment. You mean I can buy a home with about 143 ounces gold? And that's in 2020. We're in 2021. With more and more money being printed, the dollar being collapsed, gold and silver rising in value. Imagine how much more you could do with that if you have the right knowledge, the right information. Because listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not here to sell you gold. We don't sell, we show and tell. So I do. But I'm here to show you how gold has outperformed every major fiat currency over time. And when we say fiat currency, this is fiat currency. Now, I want you to hear this, and I want you to really see this, right? Fiat currency is the dollars you keep in your wallet, the dollars you keep in your purse, all right? This is fiat currency. Everybody see this? Fiat currency. It looks impressive, but really there's nothing of value backing this. When I move this into this or into this, now, no matter what happens with the economy, one thing we know that has never collapsed, that has never went down to zero, is gold and silver, because of the utility use of it, because of the saving grace inside of it, because of its ability to not only build wealth, but create wealth. And what if I told you today that it's affordable for you to have it? And we can show you how. That's what we're here for. All right, look at silver. Now let's talk about silver. 1964, a U.S. quarter, 25 cents in 1964 would have brought you 5.6 grams of silver. Now let me see if I can show you this here. In 5.6 grams of silver, all right, 1 ounce of silver today is 31.10 grams. So this in my hand is like 1 ounce of silver right here. Okay, 1 ounce. So it's not 5.6. But that 5.6 grams of silver will brought you a gallon of gas in 1964. Well, today, 25 cents won't even get the pump to turn on. Won't even get the pump to turn on. How many people know what I'm talking about here? But that same 5.6 grams of silver, what 5.6 grams is worth today, will allow you to purchase 1 gallon of gas. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, silver too has outperformed every major currency, whether the US dollar, the GBP, or the euro dollar. Silver has outperformed every currency that is in existence. And if you know just that point by itself, why would you not start building and creating wealth with God money? What is God money? Gold and silver. Don't take my word for it. You can read it in the scripture. I'm not here to teach you about that today. I'm here to show you why it's important and how you can have it. Why it's important to have it and how you can have it. why it's important to have it, and how you can have it, I'm very excited to do so. So precious metals, this company makes owning gold and silver savings very easy. Starting at 25 euro. Don't worry, the screen didn't freeze. I'm just stopping so you can hear what I just said. Starting at 25 euro, you're able to open up, watch this, a savings account, an asset accumulation account, and start saving your dollars into something of greater value before it's too late. Because those of you who hear me, who know deep down inside of you, you need to do something different. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Those of you who say, oh, phooey, I don't need that. You know, the disciples said, silver and gold have I none, but all I give unto you is in Jesus' name. Well, guess what? You ready for it? Jesus understood the importance of having silver and gold. That's why he had a treasurer, somebody who watch over the money that they had. Now, I'm not here to have that conversation, but I'm just telling you why it's imperative that if anybody should have gold, and everyone should have it. And if everyone have it, you now will have a foundation of wealth that can grow, that your children's children can have. Because gold is not destructible. It's indestructible. You can't destroy gold and silver. The same gold and silver around today was on the pharaohs of Egypt back in the day. They just have been remelted and smelted and put into jewelry or other type of things. The same gold and silver that ever existed is still in existence right now. This is why your old iPhone, everybody remember the iPhone, your old iPhone, whenever you turn your iPhone in, guess what they do? They reclaim the gold or the precious metals in that phone. That's why they pay you for it. Now, you didn't know that gold and silver was in that, but it is. It's in your TVs. It's inside of your lights. The computer you're either watching this on, the computer I'm doing this presentation on. Gold and silver precious metals are in that. Why? Because silver is a great conductor of electricity. So this is why these precious metals are used today. And if you own them in savings, you will always have something that is always in demand and supply. That's what's amazing. So this company gives you 24/7 access. You get LBMA, London Bullion Marketing Association, good delivery, which means it's delivered to the address of your choice. Whether it be your home, your business, it can be delivered right there. You get secure private voting with Loomis International. You can store your gold and silver out of the country, whether in Switzerland or Dubai. Give me a reason to go to Dubai. I'm ready. Well, we give you that opportunity to do so through your savings, your private storage with Loomis International, which is a third-party storage facility, one of the best in the world. One of the best in the world. And you ready for it? All our gold and silver are sourced from Argo Horace out of Switzerland. Argo Horace, the refinery, which means you're dealing directly with the refinery when it comes to Utopian Global. And by the way, this company, the holdings are independently audited twice yearly. So in short, ladies and gentlemen, this company gives you the ability to have ownership of precious metals that's available to everyone who will take action, to everyone who will move, everyone who will go in this direction. All right. Now let's talk about this here for a moment, because as we move forward, we're talking about building your life. Okay, bettering your life rather. And I know something about bettering life because I believe that I'm called to do that. I believe part of my God-given assignment is to teach people how to have better, to build them from better. And ask me how I know, because I lived a better life. I lived a better life. Watch this. That is a constant life that evolves into greater. According to what happens on the inside is what you see on the outside. So here's my question to you. If you was presented with the right opportunity, what area in your life would you like to better? If you were given the right opportunity, would you like to better your finances? Some of you, you work very hard. And watch this here. You ready? Hard working doesn't build wealth. Smart working builds wealth. Would you better your time? That's why some people don't want, in their failed understanding of wealth, they feel like, well, if I have a whole lot of money, then that means I got to be doing a whole lot, which means I'll never have enough time for my family and my children. That's not so, because the purpose of wealth is to give you back your time. When your money's working for you, you put this to work for you instead of you working for this. Lastly, the lifestyle. You know what I love about money and I love about wealth is you got an option. Do I walk or do I fly? Do I live? Do I run or do I drive? You understand? Do I eat the chicken or the steak? Do I do that? Like, listen, my whole household is vegan, right? And because we're vegan, how many people know going shopping for vegan at Whole Foods? That's very, very expensive. Well, when you have wealth, you can do that. You can maintain a lifestyle of health because of your wealth. And that's what's awesome. So the question is, what area would you better your life? And after you make a decision, here's our question for you. Are you ready? Are you ready to secure your financial future? And if you may not be, maybe you haven't reached the bottom of your barrel yet. Maybe you have not struggled enough. I remember what it's like when they repossessed my car. I remember what it's like when I couldn't pay the bill. I remember what it's like, so much so that I made up my mind I will never be there again, because I will learn what others who are successful do, and I will apply those principles to my life, because success leaves clues, and it doesn't matter who does a principle. Whoever does the principle, it worked for whoever works it. And I made a decision in my life to work it, because I found out the truth. God doesn't want me poor. He doesn't want me in poverty. He wants me walking in prosperity so I can help build his kingdom. Now, that's just me. Your way may be different. But that's for me, I teach people all the time. Don't ask to be a millionaire. Ask to be $1 million giver. Because if you're $1 million giver, how much more wealthier can you be? And plus, listen, the secret to life is all about giving, ladies and gentlemen. Like we're doing this to you today. We're giving you an opportunity. We're not keeping it to ourselves, because whether you take part in this or not, I will continue. I have. But if you see an opportunity and you want to join with us or with the people who invited you onto this presentation, then together you can build wealth following the same principles of the generational wealthy. So here's how you can boost your income and build your future. Very simple. Number one, you can be a customer. All right. There's some of you who just want to be a customer. You're saying to me, well, Dr. Blue, I just want to have gold and silver. That's all I want. No problem. We can help you with that. How can we help you? We can help you purchase gold and or silver from 25 euro onwards. Now, 25 euro. This is the international company. So, of course, it's in euro. Okay. You can purchase asset allocation from 50 euro or onwards. What does that mean? That means every month you can set aside 50 euro. And 40% of that 50 euro is going into your precious metals. That's if you have a business, but you can do $50 or more a month. And let's be honest, some of you spend that just eating out twice a week. What if you could take that same resources, put it inside of something of value, store it for the future, do what you got to do now so you can do what you want to do later? Would that be worth it? I don't know about you, but it was worth it for me. And I'm so excited and thankful of the opportunity and the fact that I took action. And ready for this, you can earn asset distributions. So based upon what avenue that you're participating in as a customer, we also have my personal favorite, the affiliate. Why? Now I have a home-based business that is an income-producing asset. 50 Cent, that's the rapper, y'all. He said something that was so profound. He says, unless you got money working for you, well, you don't have to do anything for it, then you're really not rich. If you got to keep working for this, you're not rich. But whenever you can put this to work, and this gives you income, it gives you it's income producing, where you got it on automatic. Now you're succeeding. Well, as an affiliate, you can set the same program up, because you can start your affiliate business and purchase your premium affiliate packages starting at 99 euro, 390 euro, 790 euro, 1,500 euro, 3,500 euro, and each package gives you an allotment of gold and silver, along with other benefits we're having a business with Utopian Global. And you ready for it? We also have quantum packages that go from 9,000 upwards to $1 million. That's right. You can, and watch this, 95% of that goes into precious metals. It's phenomenal how this works. So as an affiliate, you're going to commit $50 per month on an asset accumulation plan. You know, in other companies, if you were selling the lotions or potions or buckets of lotions, if you're selling these things here, whatever the case may be, guess what? These things you will pay a monthly amount, and they'll give you a box full of products. And most of the time, you don't even use all the product. You just throw them away under your staircase or in your garage. Well, not with Utopian Global, because you ready? Every time I pay my asset accumulation fee, which is the $50 euro, a large portion of that as a business owner goes into precious metals. So I'm saving on automatic, as well as building a business that pays me to do exactly what I'm doing right now. What am I doing? Showing and telling. Well, Dr. Blue, I don't like to sell. Well, I'm glad you don't, even though you already do, whether you believe it or not. You always selling. That's why you work where you work. That's why your job hired you and not the other person, because you sold yourself. But here's the point. Here, we don't sell, we show and tell. And if you get good at showing and telling, we'll show you how to do it. If you just share with people how they can build and create wealth, you're going to earn a residual income, because you're going to earn from customer sales and affiliate sales. That means people who buy from me, I earn an income, a residual income from. And people who are on my team, when they go out and build their businesses, as I help them, I too earn an affiliate income from that. And you will do the same thing. So my point is this, ladies and gentlemen, you can earn from the increase of the asset value, and you can earn asset distributions based upon the different options you have with this company. And I'm telling you, and I mean this is a powerful, life-changing opportunity, because it changed my life. It changed my life. And I'm not braggadocious with it. I just live my life. You hear what I'm saying here? I'm able to be here for my children. I'm able to do what I need to do and share with them and help in every type of way. And you can do the same thing too. If you make the right decisions by taking the right actions. And what better time where there's craziness everywhere? Well, we don't know what's going to happen with the government. I'm just going to be honest. We don't. But guess what we can be secure in? No matter what happens, I'll be prepared. I'll be prepared. And let me ask you the question. Will you be prepared? Because there are two ways to make money here. As I get ready to close out, I got about another 7 minutes. Option number one, refer. That's the showing and telling of customer products, or refer affiliate business and products. These are the two ways you can earn money, and you can do it right here. So let me share this with you very quickly. Step number one. This is how simple it is. All right. A simple financial rewards program to share and earn in 3 different steps. Step number one, you buy your affiliate asset package. How can I do that? Get with the person who invited you on the call. If nobody invited you, you know me, reach out to me. I'll show you how to do it. Very simple. And again, you can do it very affordably. But this is a long-term thing, because building wealth is not getting rich. Understand the difference. I never teach people how to get rich. I teach you how to build wealth. Because if you spend the time, the energy, the focus, building wealth, there's no doubt you're going to be wealthy. Because I don't know not one person who's poor in gold and silver. I don't know not one person who's poor with gold and silver. You know why? Because there aren't. You can't be poor in gold and silver. It just won't happen. And the more you do, the better you're able to be positioned. Step number two, refer the program. When you refer the program, you earn fast track commissions. That means just because I'm sharing it with people who I love and respect, well, I tell them for free. You never had something that was so good, you tell them for free? Oh, man, you got to eat there. Oh, you got to see that movie. Oh, I do it for free. But because Mr. Bill Rao and the board of directors of Utopian Global says we're going to pay people just to show and tell our products. Even more why I get excited, because I would have done it for free, but because you don't pay me, why not? Well, how do you get paid? Here's a good example of you getting paid. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, every package a person buys, and this is what's very key to all my naysayers out there, because I can't say that all of you who are watching are excited and, oh, yes, I believe in it. No, some of you are very skeptical, but you're skeptical about the wrong things. Shouldn't you be skeptical about the job you work? That if it ever came down to it, your boss will sell his business as quick as he can to make whatever money, leave you high and dry, because the future for most people seems so uncertain. That's what you should be skeptical about. Not skeptical about something that's going to position you to build wealth for you and your future. Here's how it goes. Up top, you see all the packages. The basic at $99, the All-Star at 3.5K euro. Well, every person who purchased one of these packages from you as a business owner, this is what the company's going to pay you in commissions. How do they do that? Instead of the company paying millions of dollars to advertise Utopian Global on radio, on TV, on newspaper, on magazines, they say we'll take those same millions of dollars and we're going to give it to people to use the greatest form of advertisement available. What is that? Word of mouth. So just because people share, if I share this with somebody and they say, oh, I want the 390 package with the more gold inside of it and all the other benefits, I want that. Well, the company says, thank you for sharing. By the way, we're going to give you 146.76 euro. We're going to give you that. And you ready? Anybody who buys from me has a 14-day money-back guarantee. Amazing. 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 This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is what brings us to the place of realizing, here's step number 2, you want to be cash flow positive in your business? Refer 3 customers or affiliates, and your business startup cost is free. How does that work? Let's say you come in at the 390 package, which I recommend because it's a very powerful package to be inside of, especially the amount of gold and silver you get from that package. It's much better than the 99 euro. But your choice, your decision, we just give you the options. All right, you buy 390 euro pack, 3 persons who do the same thing you've done, you earn $440, which means the amount of money you put into your own future savings program now is covered. And what does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? It means now you are what is called cash flow positive. How about that, huh? And here it is. Here it is. We talked about step number 1, step number 2. Here's step number 3. You can build a network, a team of people who are passionate about doing what you're doing. A team of people who want to break the back of poverty off their life and build and create wealth in the proper way. This is what they can do. And you ready for it? Here's what we love about compounding. That's what building the team is all about. It's compounding your time and your money. Because in this example, watch what happens when a penny doubles every day. Day 1 is 1 cent. By day 7 is 64 cents. By day 15, it's $163, and 84 cents. By day 20, it's 5,242.88. By day 27, it's $671,088.64. By day 30, that 1 penny that doubled because of leverage of time and money, what is called compounding. Now that 1 penny that doubled every day for 30 days is worth $5.3 million. These are real. It's a science that actually works. And all you've been missing is the right tools. You've been wanting to build and create wealth. You've been wanting to succeed. You just didn't have the right tools up until now. And let me just give you this snapshot before I close out, because I think my time is almost done. Here's your monthly residual income with a 50 euro asset accumulation plan. That's what AAP means, asset accumulation plan. Let's say you have a team of 9, all right? Monthly, 84 euro. You get a 2% gold override on what they do, which is $96. Yearly, if you did nothing else, but have 9 people, you shared it with 3, who shared it with 3, who shared it with 3, your team is 9. In a year, you're making $864. Well, guess what that does? That gives you a short holiday. Imagine you being able to do this. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. You're able to do this without even worrying about going on vacation without where are we going to get the money. Well, my side business, or as they say today, side hustle, my side hustle takes care of that. Well, that's right there. Well, if you keep moving on, a team of 700 people, you can replace your salary or most people's salary with $21,000 a year. And you keep on going even more because it's time and compound interest. How would you like to have financial freedom? Because you're earning, watch this, over close to $5,000 a month. And this is only just getting started. 65,000 euro a year. Ladies and gentlemen, that's only with the magic of 3. Well, same thing with 4. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole thing because we're running out of time. But here's what I want you to understand. With a team of 4, and this is you just reaching the 4 who tells 4, who tells 4, who tells 4. Guess what happens, ladies and gentlemen? Now you're looking at financial freedom because you're earning over close to $500,000 a year. And again, what did you sell? Nothing. What did you do? All I did was show and tell, Dr. Blue. You are absolutely right. This is all you've done. That's all I'm doing right now. So if you're telling me with time and compound interest, just because I'm committed, and I am committed, because there's a lot of stuff out here. Why do I stick with this? Because I know that my scriptures tell me that those who have gold and silver will be rich. And I believe that. I believe God's word. And because of that, I stay focused. I stay continued. It don't matter who goes up like a rock. My grandfather used to say this way, and some things in life, you can go up like a rock and go up like a rocket rather, and come down like a rock. Well, you can't do that when you're building wealth, because if you do it following the right examples, you will see the proper successes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's say if you did this with 5, you helped 5, who 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 helped 5. Now you got a team of over 100,000 people, close to 100,000 people. What is that paying you? That's paying you close to $200,000 a month. Now, if that don't get you excited, then what will? Because that means that financial freedom at this level, you're earning over $2.3 million a year. That, my friends, is financial freedom. And that's just what 5 persons who you would have told for free. So you got it, guys. As I get ready to close, simple, low risk. It's a low risk way to build assets and income. Step number 1, again, let's review as we close out. Select your package. Whatever way you feel like getting started, we're going to help you do that. Number 2, refer 3 or 5. In that example, I like the 5. Refer 5 persons. Just talk to them. Say, hey, listen, I'm growing and building and creating wealth. You can do the same thing. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, you know I have my gold and silver because the gold and silver comes to you. You can leave it overseas. My mentor always told me, never keep all your money in one country because you never know when you got to. Kind of sounds good today, right? You just never know when you're going to leave. So you don't keep all your money in one country. Keep some overseas. Keep some with you, but you are in control. That's the key. And step number 3, build a network. Just with 7 customers on a monthly asset accumulation plan, your €50 a month is free. For those of you who say, well, I don't know if I can afford 50 a month. You can. You just got to find it. You got to find it. That means you got to less Starbucks or Red Bull or less McDonald's, and cut that out. Do what you got to do now so you can do what you want to do later. And if you do that, not only will you have income producing, but you, listen to me, have the ability to get paid daily, weekly, and monthly through bank transfer or Bitcoin. And here's what's so funny about Bitcoin right now. Let me tell you what's so funny about Bitcoin right now. You can get paid out in Bitcoin today at a certain amount. And with Bitcoin being on the rise as it is, what you got paid here now is worth this here. Ain't that amazing? But guess what? This company allows you to buy your gold and silver in Bitcoin. You can buy your purchase, your package with Bitcoin, or you get paid outside of it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bill Rao and the team have made building wealth easy. Everything you need to help you succeed is available here. You get a replicated website, state-of-the-art back office, marketing funnel system, video and multimedia tools. You get world-class coaching. You get training events. You get experienced executive team and a global business that is international. International, which means I can do my business all around the world. Did you know? And Claudia moved to Dubai. It's not a secret because she had it on Facebook. She's living in Dubai. She's one of the number 1 business owners in this company. And the great thing about this business is I can go join her in Dubai and still do my business way up over there because it's an international business. That's my point I'm making. No matter where you go on vacation, and it can be a paycation instead of a vacation because you're still earning money. So with that said, my time has drawn here. I thank you for listening in. Here's what you need to do. Time to get in. It's your time to build wealth with passive income, and it starts today. Contact the person who invited you on this presentation, who may have told you about this opportunity, or just ask them, how can you get started? And below is information about the company, the Facebook, as well as the YouTube, where you can, watch this, take action now. Well, as an important notice as we close out, the Utopian Global Compensation Program is an exciting opportunity that rewards you for referring services. Referring, showing, and telling. Although the opportunity is unlimited, Individual results will vary depending on your level of commitment and your skills of each person who gets started. And you ready for this? This Utopian Global opportunity is covered by a 14-day money-back guarantee. Now, I don't know about you. Most companies don't even want to give you 3 days. Our company, because we know the assets that we're in, our president says we're going to give people 14-day money-back guarantee. If they don't like it, if they don't need it, then they don't have to have it. And I say it this way. If you don't want your gold and silver, send it my way. I'll take it. But if you want to build and create wealth, we'll help you every step of the way on how to succeed. So it's time for me to go, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for your time. And I pray you have heard me. You understand that if you don't do something different, then what was will continue to be. Did you hear me? If you don't do something different, then what was will continue to be. For you'll never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret of your success is found in your daily routine. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for participating. Want you to have a great day. And always remember, God created your life, but it's up to you to create the level of your living. Have a great day, everybody.